Hi everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundial. It's very good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a few things that are assured in life. Death, taxes and SOPs during elections. And so lo and behold, yet another election season is upon us and yet another shower of gifts is drenching voters from Bihar to Telangana. So, yesterday, moments before the big Bihar announcement by the Chief Election Commissioner, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar rushed to inaugurate the Patna Metro, which just, by the way, right now has exactly one train. Imagine inaugurating a project that has exactly one train. The Chief Minister also announced 2,100 crore rupees for women's welfare. It's a constituency that has been incredibly loyal to him. Not to be left behind, ladies and gentlemen, Telangana's Chief Minister Revanth Reddy too made a big announcement. He had to, given that the Election Commission had also announced elections for boy polls in Hyderabad's most exclusive pin code, Jubilee Hills. With an eye on the 33% Muslim minority vote there, the Chief Minister gifted a 2,500 square yard piece of land via the Waqf for a graveyard for Muslims. This had been a long-standing and long-pending demand. And what better time than an election to show your commitment to voters who in any case you forget for 5 years. The Muslim community there wasn't exactly happy with the size of the land, but at least something was better than nothing. All of this, ladies and gentlemen, happened on Sunday. On Monday, as community leaders showed up to inspect the land, and before they could even say hello, the army moved in. The pictures are on your screens. The army has claimed that the land the Telangana government has gifted away happily for a burial ground is not Waqf land, but defense land. The picture on your screens have left the Revanth Reddy government absolutely red-faced. The opposition is calling this the height of appeasement. The Congress party that has been accused for jumping the gun and making an announcement without checking land records has been quiet, but they have now spoken up. First, let's listen in to what the opposition is saying.
This is the level to which the Telangana Congress is willing to stoop to in order to project themselves and to appease the Muslim voter in the Jubilee Hills constituency. The Telangana government should come out and state whether they actually have a right over the property or not. And if it is in fact defense land, and if the adjudication of the ownership has been decided or not.
Congress government hastily announced and released a GO of 2,500 square yards being allocated at Alkapuri colony for the Muslims graveyard. And on the same day, the military authorities came onto the land at the Shaikpet and claimed ownership of the land, that just for Muslim votes, Congress has opened a drama.
All right, so you heard the opposition there. They are calling this the height of appeasement. The Congress party that has been accused of jumping the gun and making an announcement without actually checking land records in Hyderabad has been quiet for the better part of the controversy. They finally have broken their silence this evening, and they are saying they are absolutely shocked that the army has laid claim to the Waqf land, and they are also saying they will do whatever it takes to fulfill their promise made to Muslim voters of Jubilee Hill. All right, ladies and gentlemen, by the looks of it, both sides, the army and the Telangana government, are poring over their records and preparing to slug it out in court. Till then, given that the election is on November 11th, the Revanth government has announced another plot of land for burials. Even that, by the way, has run into trouble with Hindus in that area protesting, backed by the BJP. So, ladies and gentlemen, is appeasement the graveyard of Indian politics? And is Revanth Reddy the only one guilty of it? The answer to that question is no, but I'm opening up the floor to my guest this evening. Khaliqur Rahman is a leader of the Congress party joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Rahman, thank you for your time. Umair Junaid is a political analyst. Umair, thank you very much for being with us. NV Subhash, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us on the broadcast. And Sridhar Reddy, spokesperson of the BRS, running late, will be joining us in just a bit. Mr. N.V. Subhash, can I really ask you what the fuss is about? Maybe the Telangana government made a mistake. Maybe Mr. Revanth Reddy made a mistake. Maybe they actually didn't know that the land wasn't Waqf land, but it was defense land. इसमें इतना हंगामा करने की क्या जरूरत है और अपीजमेंट पॉलिटिक्स लाने की क्या जरूरत है?
Shreya ji, namaskar, but the situation here is so grave that the Congress government wanted to really make a politics in the graveyard. How can one say that the land, the government doesn't know about the land? They may have not done any due diligence. Then that means absolutely it's the failure of the Congress government. Having known this, that they have already promised for the Muslim community that they will be giving a land, and almost 22 months are over. Now the land prices are so high in Telangana. If you have seen just last 2-3 days back, around 1 acre of land has been done in auction for 177 crores.
Correct.
That is the whopping 177 crores. So the Jubilee Hills is an upfront market, and see, we are, the Bharatiya Janata Party is not against the Muslim community, but Muslim community is being cheated by the Congress government. Every time.
How are they being cheated? Mr. Subhash, how are they being cheated? They've been asking for land to bury their dead. Election time is the best time to give sops to the electorate and fool them. So the Telangana government decided this is the best time and they gave away that land. So how is the Telangana government fooling the people, the Muslims of Jubilee Hill?
I'll just tell you one thing. This is the Jubilee Hills bypoll. The total electorate is around 3.98 lakh.
Correct.
In that, around 1.4 lakhs are the Muslim community. And if you give a land for 2,500 square yards, which is in the center of the city, where around 5 apartment complexes have been already there, around 5,000 people are, the residents are living. In the middle of that, if a person gives a land, will people just have to keep quiet? There is so much of land outside the Hyderabad. They can as well give in that.
Okay.
This is selective appeasement before the bypolls. It's a violation of the model of conduct. It is negligent. There is civic priorities where Jubilee Hills, if it rains they just overflow. There are many people who are living below the poverty line. If you say that Jubilee Hills is an upfront market, no, it is part of the Jubilee Hills where there are so many slums are there.
Okay.
And there is the land is under political dispute. The dispute one land they say that
no, so Mr. Subhash, I want to understand one thing. What exactly? Let me get in Shreya Reddy as well. I just want to know what exactly the opposition's point of view is. Shreya Reddy, are you saying this is land chori by Revanth Reddy? Or are you saying this is appeasement politics? Because it can be either or.
End of the day, the need of any community is a need, whether it is a graveyard or any other, space for their amenities. End of the day, we have to look at the timing which is being announced. Government has come for the last 2 years, and our legislator was there, Mr. Gopinath, in the past. Late Mr. Gopinath was the MLA. And we, as a BRS party, has been demanding for the past 2 years also for the same.
Correct.
And couldn't find it. But however, now the government has announced a place hurriedly, but there are disputes. I mean, there are said to be disputes about the land and the location of the place announced, and everything is under dispute. If the government is with good intention, they would have done it in the past, but not exactly around the announcement of the elections. Okay. That's what we need to look at it. End of the day, we have sizable population of 1.4 lakhs there. The Muslim minorities are there, and they definitely need it. Not only in that location, I think a couple of more locations are also required to be given to them, because half the population almost in the entire. So the question is not whether to give or not. It has to be given, but only the timing of the announcement and the government intentions are whether they're fair or not.
Okay. But as BRS, as one of the opposition parties in Telangana, you do believe that maybe Revanth Reddy and his government made a mistake by not checking land records. So that you think is a mistake, that is not something that was done deliberately, that they deliberately knew this was defense land and yet tried to pass it off as their own and gift it away.
I think it's a matter of debate, because I think they would have checked. Whatever land it is today, if you announce, there must be difficulties. But the government, being in the government, you must have done the due diligence before announcement.
Khaliqur Rahman, respond to that. Today, you know, we have the first Congress reaction that has come in, and the Congress party seems to be saying they are completely shocked by the fact that the army has claimed what essentially is Waqf land.
Absolutely.
Mr. Rahman, is it possible for the government not to know, even if the land was disputed? I am saying maybe it's not defense land, but the defense has laid claim to it. Maybe it is disputed land. Is it possible for the government not to have known this is disputed land? That is very difficult for me to believe.
Yeah, good evening. In fact,
good evening.
Because see, I want to tell you that as far this land is concerned, in fact, this is a Waqf land. This is a gazetted land. So the gazetted land means that the ownership of the land, in fact, you know, rests with the Waqf board, and all the rights are with the Waqf board. And it is really shocking and surprising that all of a sudden the military, you know, came into the picture. In fact, they've got no right over there, because the moment you say it is a gazetted land, there ends the matter. And the government, in fact, the Waqf board has done the due diligence. I had spoken to the, you know, chairman of the Waqf board, and the entire, the chairman of the Waqf board has got the complete records of this, and the inspection was done. After that only this land was all, you know, allotted for the graveyard. So the claim of the military is absolutely, you know, unlawful, I'll say, and the military has got no chance.
Mr. Rahman, give me a moment. Give me a moment, because I want to play out what officially the Congress is saying. They have been very silent for the last 24 hours. Let's listen into what they are saying this evening.
Recently, our political advisor for SC, ST, BC and minority departments, Mohammad Ali Shabbir ji, has announced that 1 acre 5 guntas of land was allocated to the graveyard for Muslim communities as part of our fulfillment of our promise made before elections. BJP and BRS are always into politics and playing these dirty games. Shockingly, defense also came to the site and claiming that it is their property. So Waqf board is prepared, as well as the state government is also prepared to fight the legal battle there.
Mr. Rahman, what does that mean? Does it, what is this gentleman from the Congress party trying to say? That the defense is coming to the aid of the BJP and the BRS in election season to ensure that there is egg on Mr. Revanth Reddy's face? Ye kya baat kar rahe hain?
Let me clarify that actually, because see, there were two lines. One line that is about 2,500 square acres, where the army is claiming its ownership, which is totally wrong, because the Waqf board has got all the records, and it is a gazetted line, which is gazetted in the records of the Waqf board. So the army cannot, you know, stand there at all. And now coming to that, because there were, you know, multiple demands for the allotment of the land for the graveyard. So the one which is about you know, more than an acre, that is in a different location, and for which there was an encroachment on the way. The government in fact cleared the encroachment, and that land was allotted again for the graveyard. That is in a different place. So don't try to get mixed up or confused with these two lines. These two lines are totally different.
No, so we are getting confused about what? You're saying the army is confused?
These two. Army is claiming its right on that 2,500 square yards, which is totally wrong, because that 2,000 square yards belongs to the Waqf board, and it is a gazetted land.
Achha, very good. Bahut achhi baat hai. NV Subhash, you can come in here. But if it is gazetted land, if it belongs to the Waqf board, if it doesn't belong to the defense, and the army is laying wrong claim on it, sir, this controversy has been brewing for the last 24 hours. Why has no one from the Congress led by Revanth Reddy come out with papers and said, yeah, dekho, these are the papers?
See,
and this land is ours. But Mr. Subhash, come in here.
Yeah. See, the Congress party has not done their homework. They have not done their due diligence because, the Govt Amendment Board is in force. The Act is in force. If, the government of Telangana really choose to do that land, they should have the record. There is a collector, there is a huge, just
show the press the record.
And this land has been allotted to defense. First, the government went there. After, they have been snapped by, the army officials, they went to the private land. Now, Mr. Rahman says that, it has been encroached by, some people and then they have made a row. How can you make a, graveyard in center of the city where 5,000 residents are there, Mr. Rahman? Can you really understand that? Can you, is this the only place you got? Don't you have any other place in, the city which is away from city? Why do you want only in, the Jubilee Hills? This is nothing but selective appeasement for the upcoming elections because 1.4 lakhs, they wanted to impress them that, the government of Telangana is really interested in for the welfare of them. There are so many other issues. There are, civic issues. It's raining, boss. It is raining from past so many days. Drainage is overflowing. Why don't you address that? Why don't you want to only make the appeasement? This is the, the Congress. We wanted to appeal to Muslim community also. Don't fall in the trap of the Congress. Once
Mr.
they do
Junaid,
that, they will immediately blame on Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay, Umair Junaidi, the BJP is advising you not to fall in the trap of the Congress government. They are saying the government very well knew this was disputed land, if not army land, yet they allocated it to you because there is a boy poll in Jubilee Hill. They wanted your votes. You should not be fooled by what they are doing. Essentially, they have given you land which is not even your own, which is disputed.
Shreya, the BJP is a party who talks about Shamshan, Kabristan, and these people talking about Kabristan today and advising the Muslim community is what is shocking. The same shock was felt by the Congress when the army claimed the land which was allotted as a Muslim graveyard. So the point is, when there is a promise made before the elections, the government is fulfilling it, either by any way. It might be due negligence, or you say the proper homework was not done, or whatever it is. Like one of the panelists said, the GO, it is the Waqf Gazette notified property. And the point is very clear, once the property is Gazette notified, that's definitely belongs to Waqf Board, and the government has, the Waqf Board has the right over the property. It can be allotted to any person. For any region. That is the first point. Now talking about the appeasement politics, say 75 members of Congress are there in Telangana. Telangana have formed the stable Congress government. So only for one by poll for the Jubilee Hills, why there be an appeasement politics? And this person from BRS claims that since 2 years, BRS was demanding, the Congress was not fulfilling. Now Congress has fulfilled before the elections. Now the question, why before the elections? These BRS and BJP, this same panelist doesn't question on the Bihar elections wherein Nitish Kumar inaugurated the metro rail. So there are no questions when BJP does it. The question arises only when a Congress party has fulfilled the promise. Nevertheless, it is the election time or not. The promise is fulfilled. But there is a glitch, there is a disturbance that can be sorted out.
Mr.
But the intention of the Congress is very clear. That they have given it.
Your hypocrisy is being called out. Respond. You'll have to unmute yourself, sir.
BRS legislator for more than a decade there, for 2 terms, the third time. And what we have done for Muslim minority community in Jubilee's constituency, every member of Muslim community knows it. Whether it is Shadi Mubarak in the past, and whether there are many other schemes which have actually helped them, even Timris, the
No, Mr. Reddy, don't read a list out of what you have done for the Muslim community in Jubilee. I want to, the charge against you is, you came and said for 2 years we have been demanding this burial ground. When the Congress gives it, you say, "Arey, ye to kisi aur ka land de diya," and this is appeasement.
Shreya, a charge cannot be in isolation. Whatever cannot be in isolation. I have to make them understand what we have done. No, we have even the population must know it. What I'm trying to tell you, we have done so much to the.
12% of reservation.
Wait, my dear.
Beto.
पर भाई थोड़ा ठहरो आप थोड़ा सुनिए, आप थोड़ा
what about the entire Muslim
Can you
community?
stop shouting?
12%
Can you stop shouting?
ठीक है. Okay. We'll let Mr.
Can you stop shouting?
We'll let Mr. Reddy make his point. Mr. Reddy, make your point, please.
आप थोड़ा ज्यादा कांग्रेसवादी दिखते हैं. छोड़िए, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. What we have done, listen to my friend, listen to me. What we have done to the Muslim community in Telangana in the past 10 years of our rule, everybody knows it. Demand was long pending. We have pursued to the maximum, and now Congress has announced it. We are saying only one thing: it has to be announced. There is no doubt about it. We are not questioning, the provision of it. We are only questioning the timing. Number one, why there was an embarrassment yesterday. Day before yesterday you announce it. The next day army claims it. Somebody else claims it. While announcing it, we also have to take care of the sentiments or feelings of many other people, also other sections also. While announcing it, we are for the announcement. I am not actually questioning that. I am questioning should have properly announced it.
No, this is confused talk, Mr. Reddy. I don't understand it. You either say the land should have been allotted or should not have been allotted. You are saying it has been allotted, but during elections, and then there are other communities that need to be, their sensitivities need to be. So your stand is confused right now. But Mr. Subhash, please come into the conversation. 1 minute. Mr. Subhash, please come into the conversation. The Congress party is very clear. They have now spoken after 24 hours of the controversy brewing to say this is gazetted Waqf land. This is not defense land. Now, if they have papers to prove that this is Waqf land, will you stand down on your protest?
They are 19.
Sir, there's a problem with your audio. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, it was there. But now, I don't think, the government of Telangana has really allotted in 119 assembly constituency. Why to choose this day? Why to choose this day?
They have chosen this day just like Nitish Kumar has chosen, 2 hours before the election commission announcing dates for Bihar to inaugurate the metro, which has exactly 1 train. We know why they have, the timing is, we all know what timing is.
That is the development, Shreya. That is the development.
I have asked you a simple question, Mr. Subhash. You tell me, if the government of Telangana tomorrow does a press conference. I'm surprised they haven't done it so far, but tomorrow if they do a press conference and the Chief Minister comes and says, these are the papers, the land belongs to the Waqf, and we were very well within our right to give this 2,500 square yard of land in the heart of Hyderabad to the Muslim community for a burial ground. Will you stand down your protest? Will you say we made a mistake? Yes, let the Muslims have this burial ground. After all, they have to bury their dead.
We have never made a mistake. We also demand that what about the Hindu cemetery? What about the Christian cemetery? What about the Vaikuntha Dhamam where it has been unattended? Why don't you talk about it? Why don't you talk about it? Why only the appeasing certain sections of society? Hindus are not voters in the Jubilees constituency or 119 assembly, the constituency.
So essentially then you are saying you'll still have a problem. You have a problem and you'll keep protesting because the land has been given to the Muslims, hai na?
No. This is in the center of the city. It is in the residential. What about whom do you answer for in the 5,000 residents who are just neighbor? Do they appreciate the graveyard in the neighborhood? Is it just next to it? See, the location we are opposing.
Would you want to respond to that? The BJP has a new problem with this land now.
This is the gazette of that property actually. I am actually trying to show this to you.
Okay.
So this is the gazette. Yeah, so I think the BJP will have to take their votes back. Otherwise, the BJP is, today I'll tell you. Because
the BJP has a new problem. You've just heard it, Mr. Rahman.
Yeah, yes, sir. So BJP just want to polarize this election as they have been doing for the last 14, 15 years in the country. So that is their only weapon BJP has got. So that's the reason. And now coming to the timing, see, my dear friend Mr. Shreya Reddy ji said that the BRS has been demanding it for the last 2 years. But when the Congress has allotted the line, then why this actually? So, and this was in fact the, in the of the Congress party in 2023. So that's what they have completed it. They have fulfilled that promise. So I think and if they were fighting for it, they should have welcomed.
You know, I find it completely hypocritical that any political party in this country should point a finger at another political party and question the timing of their SOPs. Because as my former boss used to say, "Hamam mein sab nange hain," everyone does the same thing. Do remember, I just want to say this to the BRS and to Mr. Subhash as well, do remember that the Prime Minister announced 10,000 rupees in the account of all women in Bihar, right ahead of the elections only. So obviously SOPs and freebies are promised only during elections and delivered also during elections. What's new? This is what the Indian taxpayer has to live with and deal with, unfortunately. Anyhow, we leave it there for the moment. Mr. Rahman, thank you very much. Umair Junaidi, good to have you on the show. Thank you very much. Mr. N.V. Subhash, spokesperson of the BJP, thank you. And Sridhar Reddy, thank you very much for being on the show. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, a break. There's more on the other side.